Welcome to a live broadcast, a live stream that I felt was important today because today I want to talk about the production capacity of commercial trucks and how that's going to remain constrained in 2022. Recently, some research was published, and I thought that it was important that we talk about this. So today we're going to do a live stream. It is December 28th. So, what's happening with the production of commercial trucks and how does that impact the heavy duty parts industry? I think it's important that we talk about this. So first of all, what's going to happen with the production of commercial trucks in 2022? Well, some research just came out by ACT Research. They reported last week that in most of the commercial vehicle dealers are going to still have a shortage of trucks in 2022. In fact, they haven't finished production on 2021 models yet. Ripples from the pandemic driven changes to economic relationships are still being felt in the form of constraints that are not localized and are beyond the commercial vehicle industry's ability to drive solutions, says Kenny Veith, ACT's president and senior analyst. So we all know the story. The pandemic came in 2020. It shut us down into global lockdowns to try to flatten the curve. This had implications on manufacturing, on the collection of raw materials. And so, therefore, in late 2020 and most of 2021, all of 2021, there were shortages. And this affected not only the heavy duty parts industry and the trucking industry, but it affected all of the industries globally. And so as the supply chain got backed up, then we started to run out of things and things started to not show up on shelves fast enough. And all of a sudden, parts that we never had a problem sourcing were difficult to find. I think of some of my clients that I consult with, and they are manufacturers, and there were shortages on electrical parts, there were shortages on resin. This all had a major impact. So as the trucks in the OEM production facilities started to get backed up and those orders started to get backed up, then all of a sudden there was a lot of uncertainty in the trucking industry, but this had a larger effect. There was uncertainty in all of the different sectors, especially retail. And so we've also seen inflation. Now, one thing that we don't talk about is we don't talk about the role that the stimulus money that was pumped into the economy in the United States and Canada has actually had on supply chain issues. All of that stimulus money has created really strong retail purchases, uh, and that has had a major impact on basically crushing uh, an already difficult situation with the supply chain. And so we've kind of got this perfect storm brewing, and 2021 was really tough. So a lot of people are interested in knowing, are we going to get caught up in 2022? What is it going to look like? Well, the research right now, let me read what another quote from this article that I was looking at. So Veith says that despite green lights, the everything shortage has left industry build rates stuck in neutral on an incline. In October's round of ACT truck and trailer statistics, aggregated North American class 5 through 8 and US trailer industry build rates slipped 2% from September. That decline continued a trend of incremental build rate contractions through 2021. So it appears the industry is likely to begin 2022 with still unfinished 2021 units. And if you have parts on all those built but not built units, some adjustment will be required to align your 2021-2022 output with reported and forecast data. Translation: 2022 part shortages are going to continue to be a real threat to the industry. So, what does this mean for you if you're a heavy duty parts distributor on the aftermarket side? Well, if you're relying on a tier 1 OEM supplier to supply you with their aftermarket parts, you may find that they're just not going to be able to supply enough parts to you. And the reason is that they're going to have to divert all their resources to taking care of the OEMs and getting this backlog of equipment manufactured and out the door. So That means continuing to deepen relationships with tier two manufacturers who produce OEM quality aftermarket heavy duty parts. And this is going to be an ongoing struggle because those manufacturers are experiencing the same global issues that have caused the supply chain to collapse for the OEMs, because raw materials again are, it's, people are getting caught up on producing raw materials that go to the manufacturing plants, then the manufacturing plants that are manufacturing offshore that are shipping to North America. This is going to be an ongoing issue. It's not going away. And so 2022 is shaping up to be a challenging year for finding sufficient supply, and this is going to have an impact on inflation because it's that classic supply and demand issue. As demand continues to outstrip supply in 2022, we are going to see prices go up, up, up. So be very careful with any long-term quotes, because what you pay in January will be probably less than what you pay in February and March as those prices continue to go up. In fact, we are seeing predictions of inflation to hit 7.5% at the beginning of 2022, and that as the supply chain catches up and that differential between supply and demand equalizes, then there is hope that as 2022 goes on, the inflation rate will slow down as the year goes on, hopefully ending the year at about 3.5%, somewhere in that ballpark. But either way, this is an issue that isn't going anywhere, and we're going to have to deal with it. And so that's why I wanted to do a quick live stream, kind of update you on this. And we are in the middle right now of getting ready for the 2022 season 5 of the Heavy Duty Parts Report. We've made some big changes to our content structure. We're going to be doing these kinds of breaking news and on-site live streams, but go over to heavydutypartsreport.com. We've updated the top menu of our website to make it more simple to find our content, and I look forward to working with you in 2022 as well. Thank you so much for tuning into this live stream. Take care. Bye-bye.